4. I am Sin Patriarchy.
Unadulterated pirate pizza.
I'm Michael Ford.
And we're all a bunch of nerds. Kyle couldn't be with us because his computer is fucked up.
Fucking nerd.
He couldn't be with us because he's a bitch. I'm sorry, that came out of nowhere. I don't know what that's about.
You're always so rude to him. I'm going to tell him you've been talking shit about him, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go kick your
I'm
ass.
not talking shit about it.
Poor Kyle. He needs a hug.
He needs like 30 hugs, man.
I know. I only shit on him because I love him.
That's true. We all do love Kyle.
Where are you, Kyle? We miss you. Come back to us.
He's probably at his house.
I only give him so much shit because he has the same exact name as my brother.
Ah, I see.
Oh, you mean Mr. fucking Suicide Bowser?
Oh yeah, did we tell you? I don't think we told you about that. Ian, me and Michael, we were playing Smash Bros with my brother, and my brother was playing Bowser.
Yeah?
And my brother's Bowser tactic is that he loves to grab people and then fly in the air and suicide.
Does he not know that it's really easy to get out of?
But that's what my brother does. He grabs people and suicides off the edge. He gets them as close to the edge as possible, then suicides.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not hilarious when then I have to spend 2 minutes watching people jack their characters off on screen while I can't do anything.
Nerd. Okay.
Yeah,
So, what games have you guys been playing this week?
I've actually, since I got my Wii U, I've just been, like, bouncing around. I've been getting a bunch of games on the Virtual Console. Last night I, spent most of the night playing Metroid Fusion.
Ooh, solid.
That one's really good. I think it's, like, the first Metroid game I've ever really played extensively. Like, I've played a little bit of Metroid 1, and I've emulated, Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion before, but this is the first time I've ever, like, actually played through and am sticking with playing through. And
Yeah.
it's a really good game. I really like it. It's making me want to get Super Metroid since apparently this is sort of a sequel to that.
Yeah.
It is a sequel. It is a sequel to.
Well, I mean, Super Metroid Fusion's actually a sequel to Other M, which is a sequel to Super Metroid.
No, it's
So
not.
Other M is
Super Metroid.
garbage.
Yeah,
It came out way after.
No, it's like canonically in the timeline it goes Super Metroid, then Other M, then Metroid Fusion, because the Ridley that's frozen in the freezer in Metroid Fusion is the Ridley clone from Other M.
Yeah, people give Other M more shit than it deserves. Really.
I'm not gonna comment
It's
on
garbage.
I've never played it. I don't know.
Nowhere near as bad as people say. It's not great, but it's nowhere near as bad as people give it shit for.
Again, like I said, I'm not gonna comment on it. I don't know enough about it. I just know that I don't know if the plot looks anything really good. But aside from that, I've also been playing Aria of Sorrow, the Game Boy Advance Castlevania game.
I like Circle of the Moon better.
Circle of the Moon? Isn't that the one with the... I think I played like 3 seconds of that, decided it was really boring, and then stopped playing. Aria of Sorrow, that's some good stuff, though. Except for when you have to hunt for the one monster that appears in like 2 rooms, and you have to stop time, and then you're still not guaranteed to hit it. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
What? That sounds fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's like there's this enemy called the Skyfish, which is based on like the cryptid called air rods, which were these weird little bug things that would appear on cameras.
Oh, yeah?
And like so you can see it normally, but like it flashes across the screen at the speed of light, so there's no way you can get a hit. What you gotta do, you gotta first find this soul laid in the castle that lets you move through areas that have been time stopped. Then you have to go all the way back to this other end of the castle that you might have forgotten was even there and fight this Chrono Mage, which is a white rabbit with a stopwatch, and keep killing him until you get his soul, which lets you stop time, like the clocks would do in the old Castlevanias. Then you have to go back to those obscure rooms deep down in the castle and freeze time with split-second timing as this thing flies by. If you're off by 1 second, it's gone. You have to hit it at split-second timing, and then you have to hit it. Thankfully, it doesn't have a lot of health. Like, it goes down in one hit if you're leveled right. And then you have to pray that its soul drops because it has a random soul drop just like everything else. I leveled up 10 times trying to get its soul. I was like level 40 when I went to get it. I came out level 50.
You know you can do save states on that, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to help. Save states are not going to help. It's because you have to kill it. You have to hit it and kill it, and it's incredibly fast even after you freeze time.
Yeah.
Freeze time, hit the save state button, and come back and kill it. Come on, friendo.
I still have to have the timing down right. That's the thing.
Well, all I can say to you is get good.
Well,
I did get good. I did it in the end.
Anyways, so I recently got 2 games. One, I got Mario Party 10.
Solid.
Me and my brother have been playing that, and the Bowser mini games. Oh my god, this is some ridiculous shit.
Mario Party 10 is the newest one, right?
Yeah, that's the one that just came out like last month.
I don't know. I don't have a Wii U, so I don't really play baby games.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you just play mature games like Blood Boner and Fallout Boy.
Fallout Boy, yeah, I'm gonna play some Fallout Boy 3 tonight. That's gonna be fun.
Anyways, and I got Story of Seasons on the 3DS.
What is that?
It's the new Harvest Moon game.
Oh, I've never played Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I don't play Harvest Moon, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, apparently, like another company, the company that used to publish Harvest Moon, they don't publish it anymore, and but they still own the name for Harvest Moon, so it can't be released under the name Harvest Moon anymore in the West.
Oh yeah, it has to be a different name. I remember I watched a different podcast, and they were talking about it at the end of the show. It's like the U.S. company, like the translation company, owned the name or something.
Yeah, they own the name Harvest Moon, which they're using it to release knockoff games under the name Harvest Moon.
That's stupid as hell. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't take a nap.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm tired.
Near the end of last year, they released Harvest Moon: The Lost Valley, which is this little knockoff game made to look like Harvest Moon that they made just so they could release it under the title.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to abuse that as long as they have it. That's just the way companies work.
I actually I've seen a couple of people who didn't want to get Story of Seasons because they thought it was people were copying Harvest Moon.
Really?
That's the actual Harvest Moon. They thought they were copying Harvest Moon.
Wow. That's sad. Speaking of sad things, people complaining about the new Mortal Kombat and the easy fatalities or whatever, I think it's fucking hilarious the way people are complaining about it.
I mean, I don't like it at all, really.
It's a cosmetic thing. I honestly don't see the big deal. You know what? If you're already that good and you don't need it, fine. If you're that good but you don't feel and you're a lazy fuck, whatever, who cares?
Go ahead, throw away your money.
That's literally what it is, though.
It's not really throwing away your money if it's something you want.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is that you're not paying for fatalities, you're paying for an easier way to do them, which, I mean, personally speaking, I've never been good at fighting games, so I'm really not good at Mortal Kombat.
I'm in the same boat. I suck at traditional fighting games.
And so it's just like at that point, you know, like I would never spend money on something like that. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. I wouldn't spend money either, but like, you know, I don't see what there's really no reason to complain about. You don't have to buy it. It's just there for someone who wants to do it. I mean,
if people are using it as like oh, this is why gaming's dead and shit like that, it's like it's really not though.
Yeah.
Like I understand, you know, you're frustrated with the way games are turning out, and I don't blame you. You know, there have been some shitty games recently.
But like, they're begging. It just seems like they're begging for money, really.
Begging for.
You got the $60 game. It really doesn't need microtransactions.
No $60 game needs it, but they're gonna do it anyway. It's the way it works now.
Honestly, though, I don't really feel like this is a microtransaction. This isn't like where you have to buy something to rejuvenate your health so you can actually play again, like in those Facebook games. This is like additional stuff that you don't need for the actual game. It's just additional bonus stuff that is not necessary to have have feel like the game is complete. It's just like extra stuff, and that's what DLC should be. It shouldn't be like stuff that you feel is mandatory to have a good time with the game.
You know what I think they should add as DLC? I told Michael this. They should add back the Harakiri from Deception.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad.
I mean, if they've sat down, made that, and put that in there, I bet people would buy that.
Sorry, I'm just so excited because I didn't go to class this morning, but apparently we didn't have class anyway, so
nice.
Win for me.
Like, have you ever seen the Harakiri before?
No, I haven't.
It's basically like an anti-fatality where it says finish him, and if you're the one who lost and it says finish him, you could basically do a fatality on yourself so your opponent can't.
But you mean a Harakiri?
Yeah, Harakiri, or however you pronounce it.
You see, we're white, and so we say it like white people say it.
Harakiri.
Harakiri. It's like I don't know how to really fucking pronounce it. Do I look Japanese to you?
I think it's pronounced Harakiri. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, you can basically suicide yourself so your opponent can't get the fatality.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's basically just I know you just won, but fuck you.
Yeah, man, I'd do that.
I
would say fuck you to everybody.
Some characters have some great ones, like the guy with the sword, the blind guy with the sword. He of course just slashes he just slashes his gut open. I know there was one chick. She literally jumps up in the air, backflips, and lands on her own head.
Wow, that's fucking. Oh my
that's
god.
Hardcore as fuck.
That really is though. That's amazing. See, that's the kind of shit like. I feel like that kind of stuff should be sold in game. I heard that they had really big problems with the PC release. Like it was just completely fucked up.
Huh.
Like the story mode wasn't there. Not all the characters were unlocked or whatever. The online mode didn't work. And it was just like a whole bunch of shit. And like Total Biscuit was talking about it, and it was just, I don't know, man. Like I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it's been fixed yet or not, but. I would be really pissed off if I paid for a $60 game just to be...
It's not even working.
Yeah, just to be disappointed like that.
Oh, yeah.
It really hurts to think that, like, the game industry nowadays...
That's what they should do the Harakiri for, as an apology for that.
They're not going to. Yeah, as far as I know, it only affected PC, and PC is a very small fan base when you consider consoles and stuff.
Yeah, but, see, when companies do something like that, when they... apologize for glitches by adding new content. That's some great shit. Like in Hyrule Warriors, there was a few big glitches when the game first came out. When they fixed those, they added in new content, like a new challenge mode and the first 8-bit wooden sword for Link.
For free?
Yeah, for free. They added that content in for free as like an apology for the glitches.
That's not bad. I have a big problem with the way games are being shipped broken nowadays. That's what really pisses me off. The biggest thing I could think of right now, the biggest offender in my opinion, probably be a tie between Battlefield 4, Watch Dogs, and Destiny. Destiny was really broken. I picked that up day one, and oh man, that shit was broken. I could not play it like at all.
As Miyamoto once said, a delayed game is eventually a good game, but a rushed game is bad forever.
Yeah.
Well,
except
I mean, I've played some games that were rushed out that were at least they were enjoyable. You ever played Crash Twinsanity?
Oh my god.
That was like one of the last good Crash Bandicoot games. I mean, it was rushed out. I think the story was it was rushed out so it could get into like a holiday release.
Yeah.
And after reading everything that it could have been if they had more time to develop, and like even looking through the game, you can see some stuff where it looks like there could have been so much extra stuff, or like
I mean, the game areas that
they didn't get to make a path to. I mean, yeah, I'm disappointed of what it could have been, but for what it is, it's still a pretty decent game. I mean, there are worse games that were rushed, like Spyro. Which one was it? Was it Enter the Dragonfly?
Fuck if I know.
It was like a shitty fourth Spyro game for like the PS2. It was absolute garbage. It was unfun. It was like almost unplayably bad.
A good example of a rushed game that could have been so much more, Quest 64.
What?
Quest
Never
64.
heard of it.
It was like one of the only RPG games on the Nintendo 64.
I mean, I figured it was on the N64. I just never heard of it.
It could have been a good game. I mean, the battle system is all right. It could have just used a lot more polish to it. There were a lot of like areas that just seemed unfinished, and the story looks like they had just started writing the story before the game went out to shipping.
Well, I mean, again, that's why rush games are never good games. But then again, also games that are delayed too long. For example, like
Duke Nukem Forever.
Duke Nukem Forever, and then Too Human, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Like both. Was it Too Human? Yeah, it was Too Human. Both those games are just absolute garbage, and they're a monument to why delaying a game for so long. Like you have to hit a point where you just either you kill it or
I mean, this is why I say the Zelda Wii U delay isn't that bad of a thing.
No, I mean delays for like a year, 2 years tops, never bad. Anything past that, that's when I start to worry, because that means either A, the development team all got drunk and deleted everything, or B, they just straight up haven't worked on it yet.
Oh yeah.
Like what happened? What was that game? The Last Guardian or something?
Oh yeah, The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Has that come out yet?
Nope.
Has that even come out yet?
Speaking of delayed shit though, did you ever see the trailer for that movie Entity? It was
No.
like it was supposed to be this like a Slender Man movie, and it actually looked pretty good. It didn't look like it was gonna do anything like friggin' internet creepypasta bullshit. But
Did
like
it look better than
apparently
Unfriended.
behind the scenes shit, and I think it was like it might have been because of one of the copyright holders on the character. The movie is like finished, but they can't release it, so like the movie is lost.
Which movie are you talking about?
Entity. It was the Slender.
Oh, Entity. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
2 years ago. It was supposed to come out 2 years ago, but apparently it got canned. Like it was completely finished too. They had to cancel it for one reason or another.
That really sucks.
Speaking of stuff that's completely finished that hasn't come out yet, isn't it true that like Ubisoft has like a Wii U game that's like completely finished, ready to ship, but they're holding off on it?
I haven't heard anything about that. I wouldn't know.
I believe somebody told me about that. They have a game that's like completely ready to ship and everything. It's finished. It's ready to ship. It's just they're waiting for the Wii U sales to get better or something.
Well, I mean, I would too, because I wouldn't want to ship my game to a console that's probably going to die off, especially once Nintendo announces their next console, whatever I don't even know what the fuck they're calling it right now.
NX, I think it was like NX.
Yeah.
So the thing about the NX, nobody knows what it is. It could be a new handheld. It could be a new.
I don't think it's going to be a new handheld, to be
console.
honest.
Hell, it could be a tablet for mobile games.
Again, I don't think Nintendo probably won't dive into the mobile game thing yet. I think they're probably going to release one more like big console to, not really compete with the PS4 and Xbox One. Maybe they could, who knows? But I feel like they're going to do that, and then they might start moving over to like mobile platform games.
Well,
That's where the money's at now.
They're working on mobile platform games right now.
I'm talking about like releasing phones and stuff,
Oh,
like doing that whole deal.
Right. But
Or like
I said, we don't know what the NX is at all. It could be anything really.
I'm gonna put my money on sorry, I'm gonna put my money on it being like a home console.
Right.
Because they already released the new 3DS, there'd be absolutely zero point in releasing that, and then a few months later going, but we're gonna make this totally new one. That would just be stupid in my opinion.
Right. But we don't know anything about it. Also, it's not going to be shown anything about it till next year, and then it might come out a year or two after that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a long time before we know anything about it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I thought they were gonna have an announcement at like E3 or something.
I heard next E3 they're going to talk about it.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't get the point of like announcing anything this early then. Huh.
Yeah, Nintendo's
Whatever.
weird like that.
They really are. I don't mind though.
But
Oh.
so since Mewtwo's out, I know we talked about this before we started, but could y'all give your number one Smash Bro once in what the number one character you want to smash in?
Oh, Bayonetta, that's who I voted for. No other logical choice, really.
I haven't voted just because I don't really care that much about Smash Bros. To be 100% honest. But if I did have to vote, honestly, I would either put my vote in for Bayonetta or Snake. I'm biased towards Snake though.
Those two are the ones I'm rooting for the most. Though,
Like I said, I'd either want Isaac from Golden Sun or Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight is the
Shovel
one
Knight,
with the better chance.
yeah. Shovel Knight probably has a better chance, yeah, because he's more popular over here than in. I know what's his name from whatever you were talking about is popular in Japan or whatever. Obviously, he's not popular here. But
Then again, they do make it for like a Japanese audience, so I think Japan might have a little more weight.
Yeah, but they know
They're not
Smash
gonna
Bros. Is
pull,
a
like-
world. They know
Sorry.
Smash Bros. Is like a world-loved franchise, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they
It's
care
a
more
big
about
thing
what the
around the world.
Why do you think they put in so much other M stuff for the new one? It's because the Japanese like that game more than the West did. They don't give a shit about us.
yeah, they do.
You're being a little.
Besides Japan's island, like that's all they have over there. U.S. is, obviously a much bigger consumer base. They may act like they don't care, but I guarantee you they care about us.
Well, maybe they do, but they don't. I think that they give a little more weight to what the home audience thinks.
I mean, that's true for anybody. Like, you're gonna if you're.
Like hell, even. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's like even what all the weird choices they made for Samus's characterization in Other M that get criticized so much. That's stuff that's actually relevant in Japan. That's the kind of stuff they like to see.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you're right about Nintendo being a Japanese company, but the thing is that I don't feel like they're gonna pull like Japanese votes, harder than they will.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
other
yeah, but
places' votes.
I mean, with this poll, I think they might I don't know, maybe they'll do something regional, like whoever's most popular in Japan or whoever's most popular. I don't know how they're gonna do
Maybe
this.
that's how those decide the characters who's
If they're
popular by
gonna-
region.
Why would they do it? Why would they make it? Why would they make you able to vote then if they're just gonna do a regional thing? And not only that, but the amount of resources it would take for them to make a character for a certain region and not release it anywhere else.
That's not what I
silly.
mean. I mean, they take the most popular character by region and include it in all regions. Like, this is Japan's number one choice. This is America's number one choice.
Yeah.
Both of these characters are getting in. It's just that these are the characters each region wanted most.
I don't think they would do that, to be honest. I feel like that's a lot more work than just putting in one character.
I don't mean it by that character's only going to be in
No,
that.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But, like, I get what you mean now. I'm sorry I didn't get it at first.
Right.
But I don't feel like they're going to do that because that's a lot more characters than I feel like they're willing to put in.
I don't mean like every single region. I mean just like the big regions.
Even then, I feel like they're just going to take whoever is number one, and if they can get permission or whatever, let's assume that, it's somebody that's not a Nintendo character, so, like,
Shovel Knight.
yeah, sure, Shovel Knight. If they can get permission to put Shovel Knight in the game, then I think they're just going to stick with that, instead of, like, making it a bi-region, America really wanted this character, and Japan really wanted this character, and Europe really wanted this character, so we'll put all three in. I think it's just going to be one overarching character. Maybe they'll put more in. I could be a complete and total fucking moron right
They
now.
plan to do more than one character. They plan on doing.
Oh well, then in that case, yeah, it makes more sense.
But,
I don't know Nintendo's plan.
They also said they're not only going to put in new characters, they're going to take these votes into consideration for the next Smash game.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Although I don't know why they're thinking about it. Well, I mean, never mind.
They're just going to take these votes into consideration for the next Smash
Yeah.
as well. But they're not just going to do one new character. They're going to do a few of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually pretty cool.
I think we've sucked Nintendo's dick long enough here.
Yeah,
Nah,
you
you
guys
can
have been
never suck Nintendo's dick long enough.
cupping the balls pretty hard there.
I'm sorry, I'm just a huge Nintendo fanboy. I've always really been huge on Nintendo.
Yeah, no kidding.
I
I'm
mean,
Hmm.
I'm and I like Sony as well. I play plenty of Sony games from time to time. I mean, mostly for RPGs though,
Yeah,
because
Sony does have better RPGs in my opinion.
yeah, than Nintendo on the most part. I mean, unless we're talking about Super Nintendo, the Nintendo has had much better RPGs, at least in my opinion, than the Genesis did.
Probably. I
I mean,
never my first console generation was the N64.
which was the worst console for RPGs? Only like I think 3 RPGs came out on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
RPGs aren't like the greatest genre ever or anything.
Yeah, I mean each console kind of. I would say nowadays though, with the way people have been playing, I'd say that the probably the most popular kinds of games are like first-person shooters that have RPG elements. Those are probably the most popular kind of games nowadays, just because people want choice.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're probably right.
But that was one thing I liked about the PlayStation better than the 264 was RPGs.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
to each their own.
I mean,
I
the 264 is just absolutely sorry. Super Mario RPG, not that. Why did I say that? I meant Paper Mario. Paper
Yeah.
Mario was like the only good RPG on the system.
Well, again, I never played that. I played Legend of Zelda, GoldenEye, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I was still too young to really like pick and choose my own games.
I never had an N64, so I never got to play any of that shit.
I mean, you're missing out, but not to an extent where I would tell you to go buy one whenever you can just emulate it.
Oh
And
my god.
they're bringing a number of Nintendo 64 games to the Wii U.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
They are.
Well,
They've
yeah.
already got Super Mario 64, and they're bringing Donkey Kong 64.
Cool.
Which
That'll be
I'm
fun.
questioning how they're doing that. How they get the rights to some of the stuff in that game?
Because it was a Nintendo game first, probably. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, Donkey Kong 64 was made by Rareware.
Well, they probably bought the rights to it before Rare went out of business or something.
Oh, the thing is,
I know Rare was purchased by Microsoft.
yeah, but the thing is, one of the mini games in Donkey Kong 64 is an actual Rare game.
Then they'll
Like
just
they
eliminate
actually
it.
had an actual Rareware game in there. But the thing is that this mini game actually played story importance. You had to play this mini game to get an item to get the final key.
Well, then they'll probably put in something else, man.
That's
I
that's
mean,
how I'm questioning how they're doing that.
you won't know until you play it, and
Did
there's
they
no point
finally
in
get? I mean, like, did they finally get permission to use that? That's what I'm wondering.
Who knows, fam? Who knows?
Um,
Moving on to movies now.
I mean, if we want to talk about movies. I mean, I'm
Oh,
not a big movie
did you
person.
hear that Joss Whedon's getting sued over Cabin in the Woods?
Really? Why is he getting sued?
I think it was some author saying that he plagiarized his idea.
Oh, people come out like that all the time over every property, saying I'm the one who made this.
Well, yeah, it's because people don't have an original idea anymore. But that's besides the point.
Like,
It's not even a point. Like, honestly, I don't care if the ideas are 100% originals, because pretty much every idea was done in like ancient Rome.
hmm
That was
yeah,
it. Like, I just care if you make something good with the unoriginal ideas.
I mean,
Yep.
as one of my literature teachers taught me, there's only like 9 actual books, like Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, and stuff like that. There's
Oh,
only
that are all like original.
Romeo and Juliet is ripped off of a Greek myth, so it looks like your teacher should have done their
no. I'm giving the example. I don't remember all they said. And besides, Romeo and Juliet is a parody of Greek tragedy.
No, it's not. It's actually just straight up based off of one.
Yeah.
All right, you
supposed to be
fucking
a
lit
parody.
nerds. Let's tone it down a little bit. I'm
Anyway.
sensing some hostility.
As I was saying, like you were saying that the author was suing them over Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
Like, that reminds me of like a few years back, like some guy was trying to sue about Assassin's Creed stealing his idea about time traveling through genetics.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote a book about that, and he claims they stole the idea.
Mm. Well, obviously it didn't really affect them much. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, have y'all seen the newest, like, any gameplay and stuff for the new Assassin's Creed game?
Which one, Unity?
No, the newest one, the one that's going to come out this year.
Oh, you mean the ones they have planned to come out every year till like 2030 or something?
No, I mean the one that's coming out this year, like Chronicles, I think it's called.
I don't know what they're called. I mean, it's starting to get like Call of Duty where they have a new
Well,
one
yeah,
every
they have
year.
one every year for some fucking reason. Which I honestly, I can't stand it when games do that. There's nothing I hate more. Like Battlefield Hardline coming out this year, when Battlefield 4 came out last year, just pissed me off more than anything. But
I mean,
that's
at least give a couple years in between releases.
yeah, that's besides the point. But anyways,
Especially when the game is almost exactly the same, like Call of Duty.
yeah, I mean we can sit here and rag on Call of Duty all day. It's not like it's hard. I want to talk about the new Assassin's Creed game because it's actually pretty interesting. It's going to be like a 2D and it's going to be focusing more on platform.
Really, what age is it going to be set in?
It's actually going to be set in 3. I think they're all based off of like some of the books and like the extra stuff that's outside of the games.
Oh, so it's what do they call it? They have a name for games that aren't part of the main series, aren't part of like the main series, but still a part of it.
Expanded universe, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Like, anyways, continue.
So it's going to be set. One's going to be in China with a female assassin. One's in Soviet Russia during, I think, maybe the Communist Revolution. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me
Oh,
on
that'd be
that.
cool.
I know the Chinese one is during some kind of like dynasty. Well, obviously, it's going to be during one of the dynasties, like collapsing or something. I can't think of where the third one is. I want to say it's like in Egypt or something, but I don't feel like that's right.
I would love for one to take place during the Civil War.
You know, a Civil War one would be really interesting, but like, I didn't like Assassin's Creed 3 being set during the Revolutionary War, and like, the thing is like the trees and stuff. It just it didn't feel like an Assassin's Creed. And Assassin's Creed to me has been, because I liked the other like Brotherhood and shit. I like them a lot more than I liked 3. I fucking hated 3 to be honest.
Yeah, I guess. How about like one of the World Wars, like espionage during one of the World Wars?
That would actually be pretty cool.
Because then you can go to the whole espionage thing.
Yeah, the espionage thing would actually work really well there. Michael, you've been quiet. What do you think?
I think that. Wait, were we talking about video games again? I thought we were supposed to be talking about movies.
I don't know how, but we got back to video games, so yeah.
Because you talked about the guy suing somebody over Cabin in the Woods, and I mentioned how
go off and
someone
talk
sued-
about Assassin's Creed. I don't even know.
It sure does not have a real structure. Let's continue.
I've never played Assassin's Creed in my life.
Oh, that's sad. You should try to at least play one of them.
I don't even know.
Anyways, did we ever mention the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
What?
Yeah.
Have we ever talked about that?
I had no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently they're making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
That's gonna be fucking boring as shit. Just sitting in a chair looking through fucking.
Which means 2 months after that we'll get a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie.
No, I think that's kind of unfair to be saying that it's going to just be this boring thing before it even comes out. I mean, that game has a lot of lore to it. It has the potential.
It has a lot of forced lore, in my opinion, because a lot of the lore didn't come by until Matt Pat, did his fucking game theory videos, which literally, like, if you've ever watched some of his first ones, he's like, this shit doesn't matter. It's not, like, none of it is technically canon. So I feel like a lot of people took
What are you talking about? There's
There are canon elements, but then you get shit like what is Punish Snake smoking out of, bro? And it's like, that's fucking stupid.
Or is Mario actually a communist?
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like, there's some videos you can definitely take seriously, like, but there's some that's just definite reaching and finding connections where there aren't any. I will admit that Five Nights at Freddy's does have a good bit of lore, but not as much as people like to say. People like to say it's this really rich lore-filled thing, and it's not nearly as much as like people are trying to put.
Well, I mean,
They could go the
I
survival
think that's
horror
because
element.
I think that's because it's not a huge game. It's not like something huge like Skyrim.
Yeah. Like I would never expect a game that small to have that much lore. I mean, especially considering the fact it's one guy working behind it. And frankly, I think it's fantastic what the creator has done, because the creator has created, in his own right, like honestly, some pretty fucking good games.
I mean, I kind of understand the pacing of release because this game popularizes on being an internet fad, so he wants to kind of milk that as quickly as possible because
It gets your
few
money.
because from about 4 months from now, no one's going to get an absolute shit about Five Nights at Freddy's.
There's still gonna be people talking about it.
Yeah, but it's just basically an internet fad, really.
Yep.
I don't
So if you
know.
wanted to capitalize that on quickly as possible, really.
I honestly don't have a problem with it.
Oh.
I'm not gonna have a problem unless it comes out and it sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's unfair of me to condemn a movie before there's even a trailer or anything, but
They could go the survival horror element on it. That's probably most likely what they're going to do.
it's just thinking of the way, like, it is a game, like, how they're gonna make a movie out of it, I don't really see it being very engaging.
Yeah.
They'll probably find if they want to make it good, they'll find some way to make it engaging. If
Oh,
it's
I'm sure they
bad,
will.
Then it's gonna suck. I mean, there's been like maybe in the entire history of video game movies, there's maybe been one that's legitimately good, and that would be the Ace Attorney game movie.
Oh, I still need to see
And
that
then,
movie, but I know it's so good.
I mean, I like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter as much as the next guy, but I don't think anyone's ever going to be really singing those as genuinely good. They're more like
The first one was good.
what?
The first
Mortal
one was,
Kombat?
yeah.
Still kind of campy and cheesy though.
Oh, yeah, it's something cheesy as fuck, but I love it.
Yeah, that's why it's good. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like something you can.
It's
I
not a
mean,
masterpiece.
I definitely think that cheesy movies are genuinely good in their own way, but not many other people think that way. So Ace Attorney, the movie, is pretty much the only video game adaptation that is, generally speaking, considered to be a legitimate good movie. Like,
Yeah.
more people are saying it's good than, like, because that's the thing with other movies like Mortal Kombat or whatever. Like, a lot of people like it, but I think that critically and even like audience speaking, like,
Yeah, I understand. what
they're
you're
more
saying there.
divisive, I guess. I know a lot of people like the Street Fighter movie. As soon as if I can figure out how to get the stream working, I'll stream the Mortal Kombat movie when Mortal Kombat comes out.
I mean, I love the Mario movie.
Mario movie was amazing, and you can't convince me otherwise.
How cheesy, absolutely cheesy
Are we-
that was.
How is it that I used to hate that movie when I was a kid? I thought it was fucking stupid and it completely destroyed the integrity of the games or something like that.
I mean,
when I
it's
was
a
a
terrible
kid,
fucking movie.
Let me also add that when I was a kid, I thought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the stupidest idea ever. So I wasn't exactly the smartest kid.
Jesus Christ. Such a
I thought it was
Speaking of Teenage Mutant
Listen,
Ninja-
I've grown up. I've seen the error of my ways. I am a changed man. I realize that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the greatest idea ever.
Now you're
speaking of
just
which,
we're just sucking dick
You
this
know what-
episode, guys.
Let's
you
call
know
this
what the
episode
greatest.
Filleting Everyone.
This is just rampant fellatio.
You know
Well,
what? One of my
like-
favorite crossover events in television. So-
Was it when the X-Files crossed over with Ally McBeal?
That sounds great. Though.
I don't think that
I
happened.
was going to say the Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover episode.
What the fuck? I remember that.
There was something that
I
happened.
remember seeing the commercials all over TV for that shit. I thought it was the weirdest thing ever.
I did not see it.
I never watched the Power Rangers anyway, so.
I just saw shit on Tumblr about it, so that's really it.
I mean, it's a good episode and all, but one thing you'll notice, it has the extra turtle in it.
Is an extra turtle?
Well, it's because, have you ever seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action show?
No.
That was done, I think it was done by Saban. They added in an extra turtle. They added in that female turtle.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. No.
Yeah, they added in a female turtle, and she was also in that that Power Rangers crossover.
Did she have turtle boobies?
no, no.
How else are we gonna differentiate a female turtle and a male turtle? And that's that turtle boobies.
That was one of the weirdest
Weird.
additions, and like nobody wants to mention that happened. Nobody who works on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now wants to mention or acknowledge that ever happened.
So speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was the movie that Michael Bay made, was that good or not?
Well, first, I hate to be a snob. Okay, I don't hate to be a snob here, but Michael Bay didn't actually direct it. He was just a producer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much say he really had. Maybe he had more say than I think he did, but it was directed by someone else. Everyone just blames Michael Bay because he's cinema's #1 whipping boy. I don't think there's really a good reason. He makes the same kind of dumb action movies. That I don't see what the big deal is. I like dumb.
Transformers.
I mean, I can only say he's made like maybe 2 or 3 legitimately good movies in his entire career, and the rest are kind of just up for debate. Some people are gonna love him, some people are gonna hate him.
I mean, the first Transformers movie was pretty good.
I don't think that I think the only 3 legitimately great movies he's ever made are Pain and Gain, definitely, The Rock,
Yeah.
because that has Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery in it, which makes it immediately a work of art, and I don't know which one. One of the Bad Boys movies, maybe Bad Boys 2, just for that line. What is that line? It's shit just got real or something. Listening to Will Smith swear is hilarious anyway. So I'd say Bad Boys 1 or 2, whichever one you like more. I think those are both solid films, but it's kind of I'd say it's up.
That feel when you don't like either Bad Boys movie. Dude, I have shit to your taste, my friend.
No, don't worry about it. We're allowed to have different opinions. This isn't.
I mean, like I said, I think the first Transformers movie was a good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
The first and the third were good. I think the second isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was kind of dumb and slow.
Didn't that one have like the stereotypical fucking like?
Yeah, they weren't. I didn't feel like they were that racist or anything. They were more like white boys trying to be gangster. They weren't like. I didn't feel like they were some sort of racist stereotype. I thought they were just like stupid teenagers trying to be cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of like what he was going for, but
Sounds about right.
Yeah, like the second one has consistently gotten shit for being like one of the worst films ever made, and like I just didn't see it. I thought, okay, this movie's dumb and it's corny, but I've seen so much worse. I sat through Thumbelina. This isn't anything.
We sat through Dragon Ball.
God.
Honestly, Dragon Ball Evolution still isn't even that bad. It's just boring.
No, it's bad.
I didn't think it was okay. It was bad, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was just boring.
It's worse if you know the lore, if you know the actual.
Yeah, if you like watch Dragon Ball Z.
That's what I wanted to ask, since you are a bunch of weeaboo nerds who like fucking Dragon Balls. So I was actually thinking of getting Dragon Ball Z on DVD, but like I kind of was only interested, like, the DVDs, it says Volume 1 is the Vegeta Saga, and Volume 3 is the Frieza Saga. Are those worth getting?
You get Dragon Ball Z Kai. Cause that's
or what you could do is just watch it on the internet.
Well, oh, so you don't want me to support Goku's chance of getting into Smash Brothers by giving him...
Goku's gonna smash into Smash Brothers regardless of if you buy it or not.
This will help. Every little bit helps. So...
if you want to,
You wanna
if you are
get
gonna buy,
Kai.
if you are gonna buy any Dragon Ball Z though, buy Kai because like the
Really?
original is just nothing but fucking filler.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
but
original
I don't know. Are the voices as good in Kai? Like, is the voice acting
The
as
voice
good?
acting is a hell of a lot better in Kai than it is
I
in
think
the
there's
original.
like one or two different voice actors than the original.
Beyond
one,
that
because
though, like the
the
voice
voice
acting
quality is better.
because
Yeah.
I watched up until where like Team 4 Star kind of left off on their Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah.
I watched that in the normal Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched it in Kai again just because, well, I wanted to see the difference. Voice acting is miles better in Kai than it is in the original, because the original, like, it's very, like, early 90s kind of
Well, yeah,
voice acting.
first one came out. What do you call it? 1989.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just terrible voice acting. I couldn't sit through it, like, at
Yeah.
all.
So
Yeah.
maybe I will go for Kai, and they cut out all the filler bullshit and just
I mean,
get it into
the original show is like 300 something episodes, and Kai is cut down to 100.
Yeah, Kai does a lot. It
They don't have the
eliminates
Boo
filler.
Saga. They don't have the Boo Saga though.
Isn't that the saga where I think someone told me that's like the saga you should stop watching because that's kind of where it starts getting stupid.
I don't know who told you that. Boo Saga's all right, but
Boo Saga is pretty good. I enjoyed the Boo Saga.
So Dragon Ball Z Kai season 1. What's in season 1?
Probably
Holy
just
shit!
Vegeta.
They cut down the price on Amazon. Like it's usually $50 for season 1. It's $10.
Buy it right
Yeah.
now.
I'm gonna see what else there is. Hold on. So season
Uh,
1. Let's see. I can season 2. Season 2 is $30. Are you shitting me? And this looks like it's the Frieza one. That's the one I want to see. I want to see that shit.
Season 1 should go up through to where they get to the season.
Improved powers in a throwdown with Vegeta. Frieza struggles to unlock the
Season
balls
2
of the
should be.
dragon. Frieza likes to grab the dragon's balls. Season 3 with Mecha Frieza Zilla.
Season
Yeah.
3 should be going through the Cell Saga.
See, season 3 doesn't go all the way through the Cell Saga. It's the androids first.
So Kai season 1 and 2 are the ones worth getting then?
Yeah, and if you like those, get season 3. Get the other ones.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
But yeah,
honestly,
season
the
1 should be-
Vegeta and Frieza sagas are the ones that like seem the most interesting to me. Because everyone knows Vegeta, everyone knows Frieza. I don't even watch the shows. I know about them.
Hmm.
I kind of wish that they did a Chrono Trigger anime.
You know what? Honestly, I would watch the hell out of that.
I mean, they have an OVA.
But like a full-length anime would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but a full-length anime would that just be the tits.
See, I think the thing is that, well, games, like movies, don't really do justice for games. I feel like TV shows could do a lot better. I mean, it's the same way with, for example, the new Daredevil, which I fucking marathoned, and it was amazing.
I mean,
If you haven't
then
seen
again,
it,
if they did a Chrono Trigger series, I mean, have you ever heard of Blue Dragon?
yeah.
They did a series of that, and the series wasn't very true to the games.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, obviously you'd have to make sure the producers are on, and the director and stuff for it are all on point and actually want to make something close to the games.
Yeah.
But, like, anyway, it's
You're
kind of
talking
off
about
topic,
Daredevil.
but it's still kind of not. Like, the Daredevil movie, I don't know if you guys remember that a few years back, absolute garbage. Would not ever watch it.
Did you ever see the director's cut though?
No, I didn't see the director's cut.
The director's cut is actually, it's a solid film. I wouldn't say it's one of the best superhero films, but I watched it. It was, apparently a lot of people these days are giving the director's cut praise because it's what the director wanted, but the studio made it more stupid and poppy and dumb. And they
Right.
really
Well, I can
bad
tell you
changes.
right now that the director's cut will not amount.
Yeah, I'm not going to even pretend, like, from what I've heard about the series so far, it blows anything that the director's cut could be out of the water.
I gotta, like, jerk off to it real fast because it's so fucking good. Like,
I might
honestly,
check it out later.
like Arrow was really good too, and that I had no idea who the fuck Green Arrow was until honestly I watched it and I started reading about him and shit, and like I feel like that was kind of what set off. You could argue that like Smallville and stuff kind of set it off too, but like after Smallville, I can't really think of any like popular superhero shows.
They didn't really do any after Smallville for years.
Yeah, and then Arrow came around. Arrow was really popular.
Now they're doing The Flash.
And then The Flash. I haven't seen The Flash yet, but I really want to, especially after watching Daredevil. But like, if you like Daredevil even a little bit, you need to see the TV show because it's fucking great.
Speaking of Daredevil, did you know that Daredevil and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles take place in the same universe?
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was common knowledge by now.
Oh. Well, I don't really pay attention to that kind of shit. So
It has to do with the original comics because the accident that made Daredevil is the same accident that made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, you mean like the fucking chemical spill in his eyes or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the chemicals spilled into the sewer too and made the turtles.
What? That's amazing! Holy shit!
Back when I was in college, I talked to a friend of mine about that, and we tried to come up with an entire unified fiction theory where every single fictional thing takes place in the same universe and how that would work out.
That is one of the things part.
I think we came to the conclusion that like what is it like Adventure Time, Candyland, and My Little Pony all take place after the apocalypse.
Okay, I can dig that.
Or several apocalypses, because one has to, or at least there's a bunch of divergent timelines, because the world has to end several times in 1999 because of Chrono Trigger and all those 1990s doomsday movies where the world ended in the year 2000.
Yeah.
So I think we came to the conclusion that stuff like Legend of Zelda and Avatar: The Last Airbender all took place in the ancient past, like at some point, and I think like Wind Waker, the world would like, because then Zelda has like 20 different timelines too. So there's all sorts of branching timelines, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, Zelda's got the 3 timelines.
And then there has to be a branching timeline where Theodore Rex happens.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about now.
Well,
Theodore
we're just going
Rex
into
is the movie where Whoopi
complete
Goldberg
shit.
and an animatronic dinosaur team up to solve crime. How do you not know?
We don't ever mention that.
Oh god.
That is never to be mentioned.
Oh man.
Just like we don't mention the fact that there was a TV show about a cop who could summon Truckosaurus.
Jesus, what the fuck? That's just
It was
crazy.
called Steel. It was called Steel Justice,
Wow.
and that was a real thing. It only had like a couple episodes, but that was a real thing that actually happened.
That's fucking. Oh my god.
I love looking at these ridiculous shows that only had 2 episodes before it got canceled, and with these ridiculous premises.
Right?
It's just so good. But I absolutely hate it when a TV show that I actually really like gets canceled. Looking at you, Terra Nova.
Never watched it.
It was good. I liked it. I'm just sad it didn't get a 2nd season.
That sucks. Wasn't there one TV show that was like supposed to have something to do with a game?
Go ahead and give me some more specifics.
I think it was like, was it Deliverance? I don't know. Deliverance is a movie. Fuck, I can't think of the name, but it was like whatever events happened in the game would somehow correspond to like what happens in the TV show.
Oh no! Oh, you're talking about. I think you're talking about something else. Are you talking about that show that was like a show within a show? Cult.
I don't fucking know, man.
There was a show that was like a show within a show, where this guy was trying to solve mysteries and.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
But yeah, I'm talking about the show. I think it was called Cult, and basically, there was a television show, a CW television show that had a cult following, and this guy was trying to find his brother who was a fan of the show. And like during the show, they would show scenes from the episodes of the show within a show.
No, that's not what I'm talking about at all.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm talking about a game that, like, depending on like the actions the player took in the game, like that week would determine how the show would end up at like the end of the week or some shit like that. I can't think of the name of it.
I have no idea about that.
Or maybe like the show would affect the game. I don't know. It's one of the two. All I know is that it was
Oh,
an
wait,
interesting.
wait. I think I know what you're talking about. It was a sci-fi show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Defiance?
Defiance. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Defiance. I remember. Now.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like that. The game would have, or the game or the show would have influence on each other, but that idea really flopped. I don't know if they still do the show, but the game just really flopped.
Yeah, I know the game flops because there are like millions of copies everywhere I go.
What game is it?
Five, Defiance.
I've never heard of that.
You can find it anywhere for $5.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good.
It just flopped, really.
I
So what are we talking about now?
we're coming up on about an hour.
Yeah.
We had a lot to talk about.
Let's come up with some finishing stuff. And that's when we draw the blank. Let me open up this bag in the middle of my floor, pull off something to talk about it. Oh, it's a T-shirt from Puerto Rico.
Goddamn Puerto Ricans.
Isn't that where Band Big Boss is from?
No, he's from fucking
Or is he the Philippines?
No, he's not from the Philippines either. He's God damn it. I can't Portugal. He's Portuguese,
Oh,
I think.
Portuguese. Okay.
Wow, you fucking racist.
All right, he's from one of those that begin with a P. I apologize.
One of them
Daniel.
places that have brown people and starts with P. That's all I know. That's all I need to
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Jesus Christ. Way to give America an even worse named fan.
I can't
Jesus.
remember everything. I've only heard him talk about it a couple times. I can't remember every single thing. I can't remember where he's
That's
from.
not hard to remember, though.
Portuguese, Puerto Rico, Philippines. They all begin with a P.
Okay, calm down, racist.
Oh my god.
Next thing you'll be telling me that you think all South Americans are the same.
Well.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Whoa. Sorry,
joking.
South American fans.
We don't have fans.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have a fan.
That's true.
I'm a fan. That's not true. I'm a fan.
You have a fan. That's.
Who's our one fan?
Oh no. Oh shit, we don't even have that. What the hell?
Oh, that's so sad. We're sad, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Jeez.
I
So
wanna
what
take-
games are you guys looking forward to?
I can't wait for more information on SMT X Fire Emblem.
I can, because I don't care at all about that.
I mean, I didn't want to be that guy. Like, that was cold as shit, man. But yeah. What games are you looking forward to, Michael? I'll take that resigned sigh as none at all.
Huh? I'm sorry. What happened?
I
What
asked.
games are you looking forward to?
Yeah, dude.
None really.
All right. Well, I'll say what I'm looking forward to. Then we'll cut this off. I'm not gonna lie. Really looking forward to Black Ops 3. You guys can sue me, but I loved Black Ops 2 and 1, and they were both fantastic games, and I expect Black Ops 3 will be good as well.
Yeah, and Black Ops 4 will be even better when it comes out next year.
Really, I'm looking forward to a Black Ops 5 in a few years, to be honest. Anyway, God, what else? The new Batman game, Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Anyways, before we leave, I want to say again,
That, yeah. Oh, yeah. But damn it.
Daniel, I am so sorry. I am just so sorry.
His name is Dan, you ignorant prick. Jesus. How much are you gonna fuck up today?
For me, I have no money.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've seen this and it's still Wednesday, then I will be streaming later tonight. It'll be a Fallout 3 stream.
I
And
love
it'll be
Fallout 3.
yeah, it'll be tons of fun. All right, I'll see you guys next week
All
on
right, y'all.
Pirate Pizza Party.
All right.
Later.
See ya.